you've just finished your morning process. Everything was going so great. You plowed through whatever sort of negativity or laziness or temptations for comfort that you had in the morning. You got up, you did your silent prayer, you did your meditation, you went out. Maybe you had a cold shower beforehand as well, and you went out, you went for a run, you went to the gym, you did whatever, you've come back. You sit there, you do your vocal warm-up, you're reading your positive text, your positive thoughts, you maybe have a little spot of breakfast, or that cup of coffee that you earned, or that nice hot herbal tea or something. And then you sit down, you might even do some creative work, but eventually, at some point, you're going to start to feel a tiredness, a sort of sluggishness, and this is something that would trap me, and for years, actually. I completely mistook what was happening, and I thought it was something wrong with me, something wrong with myself, something wrong with my mind, my body, just being weak, being malnourished, being whatever, heavy metals poisoned, the weather being bad, or whatever it was. That I just felt like I would always hit this slump right then at that time of day. When you wake up, there's a surge of energy, and your energy will be going like this all day, in this sort of sine wave like this. And the morning process should be that first surge of energy, and then there's going to be this pullback, like the waves when it crashes on the shore, and then it will come back. The mistake I would make at that time, before I knew this, what I'm saying to you right now, the mistake I would make is right then I'd be like, what the hell's wrong with me? Why can't I just keep going? Why can't I keep going into deep work and do 4 hours of deep work right now? Why am I falling asleep at my desk? Why can't I keep my eyes open? Why am I like slumping like this? What's wrong with me? Like this. And it really would cut me up. So, and this is an advanced problem to have. This is a good problem to have. And it's not even a problem. You're just using it wrong. When that tide's pulling back, if you keep trying to push, what is it? You're swimming against the current. If you're trying to go this way, and the tide, your energy is pulling back, you're swimming against the current. Go with the current. That's why you do the morning process. That's why when you're out running and it's still dark and everybody else is still in bed, well, you can expect later on there'll be this slump where you need to pull back and go into that rest mode. If you've done the morning process right, you should feel that way. Don't be beating yourself up. Don't be trying to like spur your sides and punish yourself and make yourself sit there and power through. You can do that. It can be worth doing that. But before you try that, I would recommend trying this, what I'm saying to you now, where you feel your rhythm. You find those peaks and troughs in the day of energy. And if somebody had gone and told me this at the time, I wouldn't have dropped off the process for so many years. And I could have so much stronger and better habits now. But instead, I'm still trying to put pieces of the process together and fix habits that I could have had resolved a long time ago. Is if you just allow that pullback of the tide of the energy. Do some non-sleep deep rest. Andrew Huberman, NSDR, look it up, Huberman Lab. Non-sleep deep rest. Lie on a yoga mat or sit on a sofa or a chair and just relax. Just be still. Go very, 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 very still. You don't even have to sleep. Actually, the more you do it, you'll actually need less sleep. And in that moment, you won't want to be dropping off to sleep if you don't push quite so much. If you go with that rock back and you just allow yourself to rest. You might take yourself out for a little walk, but I'd advise stillness. Having a little bit of stillness, give your body the chance to catch its breath, reset. It's a reset for your mind, for your body. Just let yourself get very relaxed. Non-sleep deep rest. Then, and you'll be amazed at the feel. Like, it blew me away when I started doing this. When I would feel, because there's that push and then it pulls back, and you sink back down into it. And as deep as you rest in that time, that critical 5, 10, 20 minute, half hour, hour long period, then It's like the basketball being held underwater, and you'll come back, and you go into the next phase, the next several hours, and that should take you all the way through to midday or longer, where you don't need to stop, you don't need to have any rest or anything. You just next thing. And actually, that's probably where you'll get your peak of energy for the day. At least if you're a man. For a woman, it might be a little different, but try that. If you've done your process right, you get that nice little rest, and don't start spiraling into negativity and thoughts about how you're so insufficient, how much work there is that needs to be done, and how you haven't got these habits yet. Maybe that's why it's hard, and you need to do all this work to make it better, and blah 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 blah. That right there is a whirlpool. That whirlpool threatening to suck you down into it, this negative vortex. It's a pocket in the day, it's a trap. Don't fall for it. Allow the mind to have those things and say, just this once, I'm going to try this NSDR that I saw that guy mention today. Try it, and I promise you're going to feel that bounce back so hard, and you're going to feel so amazing that you won't want to do it any other way, and you're going to look forward to that break in the morning where you'll give yourself that rest, and then you'll know, and you'll build the confidence of knowing that by allowing yourself to rest, you're going to get an unbelievable, amazing surge of energy that's going to come later, and you're going to do so much better in that next part of the day, instead of beating yourself up and wanting to, hurt yourself and blame yourself and not being able to sustain energy all through the day. A downpour of rain cannot last all day. That which is existing by force alone cannot last. Don't force it.